What is going on, guys, and welcome back. And for today's episode, we're in the garage once again, pretty late at night. As you guys can see, we got the Subie in the garage. For today's episode, we got a couple of things for you guys. We got a roof rack to install, we got some grill lights to install, we got some under rock lighting to install, and interior light to install as well. Also, I'm going to be doing a giveaway for this video as well, because if you guys remember a while back ago, I got sponsored by a company called Minger. Hit me up once again, so I'm going to be giving you guys some interior lights. So if you guys want to know how to get those, just keep watching in the video and I'll let you guys know how you can get a chance to win those. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys exactly what we're going to be using for this video, and I'll show you guys everything that I bought. And if you guys are interested in purchasing anything that I bought for this video, I'll link everything down below in the Amazon link. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's get started. Alright guys, so this is everything I'm going to be using for today's video. As you guys can see, I got all the interior exterior lighting right here. I got the roof rack right here. I'll show you guys exactly how it looks, and I'll be putting everything together in the video for you guys. But as you guys can see, just to recap on what we done on the Subie, went ahead and installed the spotlights on there, got the crossbars on top, got our dash cam installed, tinted the front fog lights, so pretty much getting prepared for our road trip coming up. But let's go ahead and show you guys everything that we're going to be using for today's video. So starting off with this right here, this is from the company called Govee. They were nice enough to send us out some of their lighting for their cars. Universal, so you can pretty much use this on any car. That's the cool thing about them. Cool thing is you can also use Bluetooth, so you can actually control everything from your phone, and that's a big factor that separates them from a lot of other lighting companies. So super dope for them to send this out. This is going to be going on the exterior underneath of the car of the Subie, so it should look pretty dope. I'll give you guys a little bit of demo once I get it installed. And then this one is their classic interior lighting, which is the one I'm going to be giving away for you guys. So if you guys want a chance to win this, just make sure to keep watching. I'll let you guys know exactly how to win at the end. And then I'm going to be installing the grill lights. So this is basically if you guys have ever seen the TRD lights, they go inside the grill. That's 4 amber/yellow lights. Although these aren't technically made for a Subie, they're made for the Toyota TRDs, Tacomas, I believe, or the 4Runners. I'm going to try to see if I can figure out a way to make them work with this vehicle. So if it works, it works. If not, then oh well, I'll give it a shot. And then this is the roof rack I'm going to be using. It's from a company called Max Hall. I bought this off Amazon for about $100. Honestly, I couldn't really beat it for the price. I don't know really what to expect for a $100 roof rack, so I guess you guys will find out how well this build quality is, and I guess we'll see if it was actually worth $100. Alright guys, so let me go ahead and show you guys everything that comes included in the package. We're going to go ahead and start off with the Underglow, which is the rock lights from Govee. And I'm going to show you guys what it comes with, what you're going to need, and what you're going to need to do essentially. So let me go show you guys, because I got everything kind of laid down already. So as you guys can see, we got the main module, which is this right here. Obviously this has the positive and negative, which go connected to your battery. And then each one of them has an output to connect to each one of the lights. And as you can see, each one of these goes underneath the wheel well. They're a pretty solid build from what I can see. I would have thought honestly that these may have been a plastic material, but they feel like aluminum. So honestly, I'm pretty surprised at the build quality of these, and relatively not expensive either. Definitely recommend to check them out. But yeah, basically each one of these goes connected to that main module right there, and that module is going to connect it to the battery. Like I said, there's an app that you can connect to it, so everything should be done wirelessly, no running wires into the car. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and start off with the left driver's side, because this is the closest one to the battery, just to get the hang of it. As you guys can see, this is your pod right here. It has 2 screws on each side. These are the bolts that hold it together along with the washer, which is this right here. Right there, the washer and then the bolt. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to put it into the fender liner, because that's the easiest thing to basically go into. What I did basically is I'm going to cut 2 little holes on each side, and the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to put this up here somewhere and then poke a hole through each of the holes, and then that way we can use it as a basis to run this bolt through. Once we run the bolt through, we're going to go ahead and pull the liner down, and then from the inside of the liner we're going to go ahead and screw it back on using this screw, or this nut right here, so that way it doesn't fall out. So pretty simple setup. It does take a little bit of work, because you got to take some things apart, but honestly, if you've never taken a wheel well liner off, really simple. Just go underneath, kind of just pull at the edges, and you'll see like mine just came off right here, and then you pull it down. Sometimes there's also a plastic washer like this style, or a plastic clip that holds it in, so sometimes you need to remove them or see if you have one, because I actually had one right there. So I took it off, basically just use a flathead and pop it out. So went ahead and wired everything together, got all the rock lights bolted in. I'm gonna show you guys how I ran it through the Subie. It was a pretty simple process to do, but I did have to take a while to run everything through. So make sure you take your time and try not to stretch out any of the wires. But I'm gonna show you guys where I ran everything through. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys the driver's side. Pretty simple to set up. So as you guys can see, the rock light is down there. I'm gonna turn it off for the meantime, just so you guys can see a little bit better. So as you can see, there's the rock light right there. And then the wire I ran inside the wheel well liner. Same thing, I pulled this wheel well liner down and ran the wires inside. So no wires exposed, this is just hanging from the top. But then from there, I basically stuck my hand in there, pulled this plastic off. And as you guys can see, this is where the wires are running through. It's inside the fender. Same thing for the rear. If we take a look. The rear one, there is the rock light right there. Pulled this wheel well liner down, bolted it in, put the screws from the inside, and then ran the wire basically on the edge of this, popped this out a bit, ran the wire through. So ran the wire through there, and then up again, the wheel well liner, and then same thing into this, this crevice right here. So then from here, basically, I'm gonna go ahead and have to do some cleaning up because there's a lot of wire left over. This is the main module like I was talking about. So as you can see, there's two ways you can connect this. You can do physically connect into the battery as I have set up right now. Although I think I might do what's called a tap fuse. Basically what that means is there's this fuse that has the wires connected, or the outputs for the wire. They go connected onto one of the fuses. I think I might do it that way. So I'm probably gonna have to do that tomorrow just because I don't like the way this is set up. So I'm probably gonna have to do it that way. But I'm gonna go ahead and clean everything up just so there's not so much wire laying around everywhere. I just want to show you guys what it looked like a little bit. And then there's an on and off switch on here, which you turn these lights off. You guys can see, look pretty cool. Let me go try to turn off the garage lights real quick. But as you guys can see, it looks pretty dope. Pretty bright overall, and I think at nighttime, especially for driving, especially with all the dust coming up, I think it'll look pretty cool. And I'm gonna go and wire everything back up. And then I'll show you guys the next one that we're gonna be doing is actually the front grille and then the interior LEDs. Alrighty guys, so I got everything hidden, so I'll go show you guys where I hid it. And I also went ahead and wired in those grille lights. Those ones I'm kind of having an issue because like I said, they're not meant for this car. So the brackets don't necessarily fit it correctly. So what I'm gonna show you guys is a little ghetto, but trust me, I'll figure out something later on. So I went ahead and hit all the wires. So all the wires, including the modules inside of here. And then the only thing you can really see is that one right there, because that one came a little bit short, but I'll go ahead and zip or wrap that with electrical tape. So it'll be well hidden over there. And then I also went ahead and wired in the grille lights. So if you guys take a look, that looks pretty dope. There's a fourth one over there. I didn't plug it in just so I can show you guys the plugins and what they look like. But overall, I think they look really dope. Like I said, these grille lights aren't meant for this car. They're meant for a Toyota Tacoma or a 4Runner. So they don't necessarily fit correctly. And I wired them in a little bit different, or wired them in kind of the ghetto way. Obviously, what I was talking about with the add fuse is this right here, because this one actually came with an add fuse. So, or a tap fuse, I mean. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. Usually this goes inside the fuse box, goes connected to a fuse that usually only turns on when the car's on. And this is your power cable. And then you just run your ground to the ground of the battery. I got these ones right here. They look pretty dope. Like I said, they're not meant for this car, so I did have to zip tie them temporarily because I want to have them on before the trip. That way when I'm driving behind someone that's coming with us, they know where I'm at all times. So I'm doing this as a temporary setup. I'm gonna try to figure out if there's a way to find a bracket that fits there correctly, or if you guys know someone who's done this in the past, let me know what they did. But I might try to see if I can find something that'll fit better here. This is the temporary setup. If not, what I was thinking is running the zip tie, basically looping it, making a small slit there and a small slit on top, looping it through and then running it on top and the bottom, so you won't be able to see the zip tie. But like I said, this will be a temporary setup. All right guys, so I'm actually gonna cut this into right after when I wired up all the lights. I went ahead and fixed everything up, wired everything in, make sure everything turns on. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I did it, so that way if you guys need to as well, you guys kind of have a clue of how I wired everything into it. So if we take a look, this is the rock module. So this is the one for the LEDs that go in the wheel wells. If you guys remember, it was a black and red cable, Well, I actually ended up giving it an extension because that cable didn't reach all the way to the battery. Ended up using 16 gauge wire, and then from here connected 2 wires using butt connectors. So added electrical tape for extra security. So now my red wire is actually my white wire right here. This is the positive, and then my gray cable right here is actually my negative from that. So now I actually have plenty of room to reach this over to the battery. I still need to buy the little adapters that go on the ends here just so I can have a better fitment, but as of right now I'm just going to go ahead and loosen that bolt up and put the positive cable underneath there, and then same thing for the negative. I'm going to loosen that bolt up right there and put this gray cable underneath there. And then for the grill lights, which are these ones right here, if we take a look, this is the type of fuse that came with it. If you guys have never used a type of fuse, you do need an extra fuse, by the way. This is a 15 amp fuse. I have a box of fuses, so I have plenty to go around. Essentially, I wired it into the 15 fuse that is meant for the headlights of the Subaru. So these lights will only turn on when the headlights turn on. They will not turn on if the car is off, which is exactly what I wanted. And then the negative of that one, which is right here, actually wired into the gray cable because I didn't want to wire 2 cables in. Splice them into one, and then like I said, this gray cable is going to go underneath that right there. Later on, like I said, or if you guys have time since you're watching this video, buy the connectors that go on the ends of here. That way they convert into a connector that actually has like the little ring around it, and you can kind of put that over the battery and screw that down. A lot better fit. Alrighty guys, so we're gonna go ahead and attempt to put the roof rack together. Should be fairly simple, plug and play, and I'm excited to see if a $100 roof rack from Amazon is actually worth it. If it isn't, then oh well, I mean, it's only 100 bucks, and if it is, then heck yeah, I mean, it was only 100 bucks. But let's go ahead and put it together. I'm gonna set up the time lapse so you guys can see me putting it together, show you guys what it looks like, and then I'll show you guys right as I'm gonna put it on the car and see what we need to do for it. So if we take a look, the roof rack actually comes in 3 pieces. You got the front, the middle, and the back. One thing I did notice though is mine looks like it came damaged, which could have been for transportation because the box was already damaged as is, but it's black, so I'll go ahead and just repaint it later on just because I don't want to cover this up. Not the best. If they're going to put their logo on it, I'd probably suggest to make it at least look neat, but you can see how watery it is down there. So eventually remove that logo, put a big logo of something else on there. And then this is all the the whole kit that it comes with. So all your brackets and whatnot. So like I said, it should be fairly simple to set up. It does come with the instructions as well. Alright guys, so I went ahead and got the roof rack together. It took me about 15 to 20 minutes, but I'm gonna go and show you guys what I did. So if you guys can see, there's these like rubber gaskets or seals that go where they mount or connect to. There's also a bolt. Let me see if I can pull it out real quick. There's also a bolt that goes hidden underneath, so you go ahead and bolt them on all. There's 2, 4, 6, 8 together, so go ahead and mount 8 of them, and then you cover them up with these seals, so that way you can't see them. So we got that checked so far. I was just test fitting to see how these will fit, but essentially these that come are basically like the pieces that go in between the bars, and then these go on top, and then you have this right here that goes from underneath, and these get held down by these right here that go mounted over here. And then I was trying to figure out what these are for, because actually these came with these like rubber seals. Turns out they're actually caps for these, so they serve 2 uses when they come packed. 1 to keep these seals together, and then 2 to basically put on these afterwards. So pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the car in real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and mount it up and see how well it looks. But my thoughts so far is not too bad. Obviously you can't expect much for something that costs you 100 bucks, but overall pretty decent from what I've seen so far. Let's hope and see what looks well on the Subie. Alrighty guys, so if you take a look, everything is on. It's like nothing ever happened. We got the roof rack on top. Like I said, I actually really like the way it looks. So not too bad for 100 bucks, and it's pretty well on there. Those are the clips that hold it down. So you have 4, 1 on each side. And if we take a look all the way around, not too bad. This is also rated for apparently about 150 pounds. I don't think I'm gonna put 150 pounds up there, but if I did, I feel confident that I'll actually hold it down. We also got a net to put on top as well, so if we do put anything up there, we'll strap it down with the net as well. While we're over here, actually, take a look real quick, because if you guys see that, I also added a premium sticker on there, just a little hidden Easter egg. But quick little repack and everything we've done with the car so far. We got the spotlights, we got our dash cam, we got the tinted fog lights, we got the front grille lights as well, and then we have the rock lights. So really happy with the way it's coming out. Pretty much the only other thing I'm missing now is just wheels and tires and 2-lift suspension kit. So not too bad. Also guys, before we finish off today's video, if you guys are interested in winning these, make sure just to comment down below which one was your favorite thing on the Subie so far, or what you like about the Subaru Crosstrek. Other than that, I'll pick a comment down below within a week and I'll go ahead and ship these out to you guys. I'm not going to go ahead and install these in the Subie today because I actually already have the same exact set installed in the Subie already. So if you guys take a look, I got the same exact one. Basically the way these work is each one of the light strips goes underneath the dash and one each below the seat. And then you basically have your main module right here that goes connected to the cigarette port. So you just go ahead and connect this to the cigarette port, and the cool thing is you actually turn it on and off. So the on and off switch right there. And it also does come with a remote, which this is the remote right here. So you have the power button, you have the auto button. You can tune this to music, so it almost feels like having a rave in here. Control the brightness, control the colors, if you want to do white, red, or green, or blue. So really cool overall, and I'm going to show you guys a little demonstration on them right now. So like I said, if we go ahead and turn on the car, they start blinking, so that's pretty cool. And you can control everything through the module itself, so you can go and select the different colors. I usually like leaving it on red or teal. Those are my favorite colors. So red, teal, or blue. I like this teal more. Like I said, you can control, if you hit this button, it'll kind of listen to the music you're playing, and every time it hears a beat, like it hears that right now, it'll switch over to a new color. Power button right there. Well, like I said, if you guys have the remote, you can actually control everything through the remote. So if we hit the power button, it'll turn on white lights, red lights, green, and blue. Or like I said, you can hit the music button and it'll listen to kind of music you're listening to and go off the beat of that. So pretty cool overall. But overall guys, once again, huge shout out to Govee for sending out today's products. Like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. We got everything ready for the trip, so I am actually gonna go ahead and pack right now because I still have a lot to do. Supposed to leave in a few hours over to the homie from Lewis's house, and I haven't done anything. So, so hopefully you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching.